We're celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month here on Cooking with Styles, and all month long I'll be bringing you recipes inspired from south of the border. The first out of the box, mole sauce. Let's get cooking with Styles. The thing about making a mole is it's a progression, and it is a lot of progression. So what we're going to start with here is first some sauteed onions. I've got a little bit of oil right here. I'm going to put that in there. A light olive oil, about 2 or 3 tablespoons, and a whole onion diced. We're going to cook these onions to caramelize them. That's going to take about 10 to 12 minutes. I know I said about 10 to 12 minutes, make it 12 to 15 minutes. Now we're going to add the garlic, and it's very coarsely chopped. And you want to be careful not to overcook your garlic, because if you cook it too much, it gets bitter. Now this really will only be about 2 or 3 minutes. I told you this was a progression. Now it's time to put the chilies in. We've got some guajillo chilies, we've got some pasilla, and we've got some chili negro. And we've torn them up, taken all the seeds out. I'm going to put them right in with the onions and garlic. And we're going to sweat these for about 2 or 3 minutes. Now it's another progression. Time for the herbs and spices. So we've got a little bit of chili here. Put that in. We got cumin. We've got coriander. I've got some oregano. I've got cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves. And we're going to toast all of these herbs and spices with this onion chili pepper mixture for another 2 to 3 minutes. Coming into the home stretch here, we've toasted our herbs and spices along with our chilies. In goes some chicken stock, and now, yes, those are prunes. You could also use raisins, about a cup. We're going to bring this to a boil and then let it simmer for about 15 minutes. We're finally at the end of being on the stove. Our mixture has been cooking for about 10-15 minutes. We're going to shut it off and let it cool down before we blend it. You really want to make sure you let this cool down enough that you can handle it. We're going to transfer our chilies, prunes, and everything to a blender. The reason I want to make sure everything's cooled down, because just in case there's an accident, you don't want to have any problems. And we're going to put most of everything back into this blender and blend it up. So this will take a few moments. Let me get this ready and I'll show you what we're going to do. I've transferred most of everything into the blender here, and if you've got one of those new fancy blenders, it'll go a little bit quicker. But we're going to start on a medium-low heat or speed. Can you see that? Now we'll ramp it up, adding just a little bit more liquid. Now for the final ingredients. A little bit of chocolate, a little bit of peanut butter for the final blend. Just about done. That's good right there. We're going to put this on the stove and let it simmer for about 5 minutes. Finally, we're done. The progression is over. I'm going to show you 2 ways I like to serve this, with a little chicken or some tamales. I'm going to use a cheese tamale. Let's do the chicken first, and I've roasted a breast, and I'm going to put that mole sauce right over the top. They've been sliced out just a little bit. And then for my tamales, just right over the top like so. But so I can still see the white. And now to dress these up just a little bit, let's take a little bit of cotija cheese. This is a nice Mexican style hard cheese. And then I'm going to dress these up a little bit differently on each one. For the chicken, I'm going to put some papitas that are roasted. Those are pumpkin seeds. And then I'm going to take a little bit of cilantro over the top of that. And then for my tamales, I'm going to take a little bit of radishes that I sliced really thin, and then that is going to get a little cilantro on top. So there you go. It's a lot of work, but I got to tell you, it is so worth it. A mole negro, classic Mexican sauce that goes with just about anything that you want to put it on top of. Casual elegance here on Cooking with Styles. If you'd like this recipe and more, go to cbs8.com/recipes. Buen provecho.